What's going on, Gothamites? It's Gotham, the premiere of your show. Pokety poke, your show, Batman. Well, you're not really Batman yet, but you're a boy. But, you know, still. Thank you guys so much for heavily requesting or telling me to review the show. It was already on the table, so I thank you all. But Gotham has premiered the series premiere pilot. Before we jump into it, if you haven't seen Gotham yet, this video will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, watch the show and then come back to me. Or if you just like to hear me talk about stuff, if you're catching me for the first time, I review Gotham every week along with other shows. But since Gotham was the one that lit the torch, let's start off with Gotham. And we're going to start right now. Spoiler alert, Bruce Wayne's parents are dead. I remember being on Twitter and I had to, I look at myself and I'm like, I have to write that down. And then I'm like, I have social media. I have to social media that. I'm like, spoiler alert, Bruce Wayne's parents are dead. Hashtag Gotham premiere, hashtag Gotham 1 Fox. I should have put hashtag the irony, because it's like, we know it's coming. Like, they're in the alley and they're like, give me your money. I'm like, well, this is the scene I never expected to see. It's like in Man of Steel, where you're like, spoiler alert, Krypton blows up. It happens every time, in every incarnation. There is no storyline where they live, unless you count Flashpoint Paradox and some other stuff. But still, we're not talking about alternate dimensions, we're talking about the show. I still had my issues about the show, but the episode was good. I really do appreciate and I like how it plays off slowly for good reasons. When you're playing off with something like Batman, and everybody was saying, how can you make a Batman show without Batman? I'm like, it's easy. Just have him be a kid and have everything focus on somebody else. And I love that direction. Like, you don't always need Batman. Just Batman's universe alone. You have so many people and so many villains and so many things to mention and feed off of for just everything to happen. So I really appreciate the direction that's going, and I hope they take their own advice and don't always bank on Batman for things. But as for the show, Ben McKenzie as Detective James Gordon, I'm always so used to calling him Commissioner Gordon at this point. Like, you've been Commissioner Gordon since you were born, so it's like, you know, you'll always be Commissioner Gordon. But he does really great as a rookie cop learning about Gotham's corruption. Harvey Bullock does great in his roles. Everybody does really good in their roles, especially Jada as Fish, as the crime lord of Gotham, I'm guessing, or female crime lord. I'm not sure what her character is going to turn into, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be around for a while. Maybe she might die eventually, because there's been no mention of her in the comics or anything, but then again, she could have a Harley Quinn or X-23 and be mentioned on TV and, you know, be mentioned in the comic books. You never know. But I really like how the pacing of the show is going. You know, we got a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of mentions, like Ivy, Catwoman, and Penguin, and all of that. And even the guy playing Enigma at the station is the Riddler. So it's like, a lot of us comic nerds are like, hey, that's such and such, and hey, that's such and such. And it's really a breath of fresh air to be able to review TV. I've really missed it, and you know, the show is gonna do great. Like I mentioned in a previous video, I just don't see the show going on forever. After Batman v Superman comes out, I just see it stopping, and it's on Fox. So I don't know, but all in all, a lot of the scenes were good. James Gordon not giving in to corruption is really good. His wife, who is like weird, I said this on Twitter also, it's like, don't you feel weird banging the chick with the name of your future daughter? And then I was like, I know that Barbara is his ex-wife, but still, it's still gross. He was like, oh, Barbara, and he kissed her. I was like, ew, that's your soon-to-be crippled daughter, ew, don't do that stuff. But, you know, that's his ex-wife, so just for anybody that's wondering, that's how it happened. But, you know, that other cop, Montoya, is clearly her ex-girlfriend, or some shit. I don't know what it is, but that was her ex-girlfriend, or she used to be a stripper or some shit. But you got some dark secret with that bitch, and you gotta tell me what it is, just because. But the Penguin evolving into another character, I like how I think he's far away from Gotham now at this point, to basically spend the season building up his own gang and his own stuff, and then he's gonna come back for Fish. Maybe he'll be the one that kills her. Maybe he's the one that'll hit her with a bat or something. So I like how each character is developing into their own right. Like Bruce Wayne as the kid is now learning how to conquer fear and all that stuff. I kind of think he went to that too fast. I don't know. I mean, I'd have given him another episode or two to mourn and then realize that he has to do that. But we'll see how it happens in other episodes. I really do appreciate that aspect also, and I can't wait to see more of it. I really liked everything. I like how they're kind of mentioning other characters. I can't wait to see other villains come in with their own little thing. I just can't wait. I'm still on the fence, but it was a really good episode. It's going to be a really good show. I can already see that, and I'm really excited. I really am. I would. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely say watch it. If you have seen it, give me a big thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of it. But I have confidence in it. I just want to eat my words saying there's going to be an alright show and that it can't go on forever. Just because I'm like on the fence still about how they're going to fit everything. But with the right actors, cameos, and stories, anything is possible. And thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Thank you so much for watching Gotham and talking about it with me. My social media links will be right here and in the crotch bar down below with a lot of my other links. And don't forget to always remember that through good times and bad times, always remember to geek out and enjoy your lives. And I'm going to catch you guys next week for another episode of Gotham.